Welcome back to CBS News Detroit at noon. Planning a wedding and getting married can be a lot of fun, but it can also come with some legal questions like, do we need a prenup? Joining us this afternoon is our legal expert, Danielle Mayoris. Woo, big question. Thanks for being on with us.
Pleasure.
So first and foremost, if people aren't familiar with prenuptial agreements, what do they do? What are they for?
Well, a lot of people associate them with divorce, and it's actually more than that. It helps outline not only what happens if a couple that's married gets divorced, but also what happens if someone passes away. And you can be very creative with these, putting lifestyle clauses in like infidelity, sobriety. So it's definitely something that needs to be talked about and explored.
Something I feel like we all hear very often, prenups when it comes to celebrity couples, which then makes your mind go to, well, do I not have enough money? Do I not have enough assets to need one of these things? Do you have to have a lot of money for this to be in your best interest, or is it for the common folk as well?
It's actually for everyone, and I'm so happy you asked that question because we're really seeing more people who have future earning potential doing prenups. Could be graduate students. I met with a medical resident not too long ago. There could be future inheritances that you want to preserve and protect, but also in second and third marriage situations, or you name it, when you want to make sure that your money goes on to your kids from a prior relationship, doing a prenup is a great way to do that.
Are you seeing more or less of them with every year that passes?
Absolutely more. I mean, I think there used to be this taboo around prenups.
Yeah, so like you don't really love me if you're wanting to do this.
Exactly.
You've got cold feet, yeah.
Exactly. Or if you do it, it's like kind of a premonition you're going to go through a divorce. But nowadays, it's not that way. And actually, millennials, about 47% who are engaged or married have done a prenup.
What was that percentage?
47%.
Okay, so nearly half.
Exactly. And nearly 50% of adult Americans are good with prenups. So we're really seeing this upward trend where it's okay to do it, and it's really smart to do it too.
Yeah, less insulting, just more of a safeguard that's kind of become commonplace.
Exactly.
All right, if people are hearing this and they're like, well, I'm already married, I didn't do this, but maybe it's been in the back of your head, can you do one after the fact?
You actually can. It's actually, instead of a prenup, it's called a postnuptial agreement, and it works very similar. So if someone hears this and they have concerns, they can absolutely meet with their attorney and ask about a postnuptial agreement.
Okay, if somebody doesn't have a prenup or a postnup in place, nothing is in place, no trust, no will, I know that that's mostly for death, but for divorce, what happens with your assets? Like, what in the court system is just the automatic default if you don't do these precautions?
It's really a roll of the dice. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. What you brought into the marriage, there could be spousal support issues, child support issues. So it's really taking a gamble, and really the best way to avoid that is by doing these legal documents, and a prenup or a postnup is a perfect document to make sure that you're not taking that roll of the dice.
All right, Danielle Mayoris, thanks as always.
Thanks,
we
Rochelle.
appreciate your guidance.